I understand why the Chinese Communist Party looks at Miles as enemy number one. It's clear with the whistleblower movement that he founded along with Steve Bannon that you're involved with. It is clear the Chinese Communist Party is scared of all of you, the new federal state of China. It is clear to me. Why would the United States government be so upset with Miles that they would help the Chinese CCP like this if the allegations are false? And I don't know anything about the allegations. All I do is I look at the trial and I try to assess what's going on. And I don't know about the trial. But if you go under the assumption of what you all are saying and he's innocent, why does the government have it out for Miles? Why does the U.S. government have it out for Miles?
I'll give you one name. George Higginbotham, a former DOJ employee, was actually known as a co-conspirator of Aila Brody in the scheme of repatriating Miles back to China. And in fact, that Aila Brody was pleaded guilty in 2020 in October, I believe. And the co-conspirators are Nicholas Davis and George Higginbotham. What they were trying to do is actually to stop DOJ's investigation against 1MDB related to Zhou Lo, who was also known as a secret child of one of the CCP top officials in Malaysia. And so you look at that, when CCP was able to lobby all these former DOJ employees, such as George Higginbotham, when CCP was able to hire former FBI agents to represent and to act on behalf of CCP's national interests, this is where CCP's hands would be easily infiltrated into the United States. You look at the PACS litigation against Miles in 2017, when Asia Pacific Opportunity Fund filed the lawsuit against Miles in 2017. It was actually the date where CCP filed red notice against Miles. It was an international arrest notice. It was also the date that Mr. Miles announced that he will appear on Voice of America to whistleblow about the corruption of Wang Qishan, one of the top officials of the Chinese Communist Party. So all these legal lawsuits came together, and it always pressured Miles when he decided to make on a bigger whistleblowing, when he decides to whistleblow and disclose the corruption of one of the CCP top officials' families. And I think that will give us the answer. How come that each whistleblowing of Miles will return him with a lawsuits either in New York Supreme Court, in Hong Kong Supreme Court, or in the United States?
Miles has said, and correct me if I'm wrong, that he can connect many members of the United States government back to the Chinese Communist Party. And so is this the big fear?
Well, I think the big fear is that there are always dark hands in the government. There are always people, who have been on the same boat with the Chinese Communist Party and have secret tapes held by the Chinese Communist Party. And this was exactly why when Mr. Miles Guo started to whistleblow about these infiltration, these people got in fear and started to take actions against him.